everyone. How's everyone today? Welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. Well, today I think we have some harvesting to do. We'll jump in the pickup and find out. I hope everybody's having a great day. Alright. Back out of the garage here a little bit. Alright, let's go find out what all is ready to be harvested. Okay. I don't think anything up this way is ready yet. That last field up there, we don't own that one. I guess I should probably break down and try to buy it if the price is right. Alright. Looks like this little field right here is ready. Alright. Yes, we got soybeans. It looks like it's going to be a good harvest. There's not going to be a whole lot there because the field is small. It says, let's see, it says it's 193 acres. I don't think so, because it's a small field. Alright, looks like we've got this one over here to harvest. %, yield bonus, 100% fertilized. Yep, that's going to be a pretty good harvest. Let's see here, and we got another one just across the road. Let's just run over here and check it out. Oh yeah, that's great. That's going to be a good harvest also. But yes, I guess see this my field information is not right. It says that this field is 155 acres. Yeah, I don't know about all that land area. And this field here is a whole lot smaller, about half the size of that one, and this one's 193 acres. Yeah. Well, the field information is just not accurate. Alright, well, let's get a harvester over here. Let's get set up and see if we can come up with some soybeans. Well, we desperately need to make some money. So, anyway, I'll get back with you here in just a few minutes. I'll get some harvesters lined up. That little field, I think all we're going to need in that field is just one harvester because it's not very big. And the other field over there, I don't know, probably just a couple. So it's not very big either. So anyway, I'll get back with you in just a couple of minutes. Alright, well, let's get this guy programmed in. As you can see, it's not a very big field. It's just a real small field. Won't take him no time. So Well, we gotta wait for it to save. All right. First thing we need to do is clear the current CourseNet harvester out. And let's just create a new job for him. All right, field position. Can't hardly see it, but I'd say right about right there. Just a real tiny field. Generate the course. Multiple tools? No, we only have one. We wanted to make 2 headland passes. Start work on the headland. Sharp corners. Okay. And let's see here. Everything else looks pretty good. All right. Generate the field work course. And we got that done. Bring up the small HUD. We got the temporary course, first waypoint. Let's just tell this man to go to work. All right, and he is off. You know, this field's so small, I'm not sure he's even going to have a hopper load. But maybe, you know, sometimes it's deceiving. So, and he is harvesting. All right. Hi, Jake. You doing all right? You're doing a fine job for us. Good deal. Thank you for all you do. And he's going to make a sharp turn. And this is how they do it. They've got to make room for themselves so that they can turn around. That field there in front of us, that's sunflowers. We don't own that. And I don't know. Maybe what I should do is buy that field and plow these 2 fields together. Make a one big field. I don't know. I don't know. Give us some thought. All right. Well, we're going to let this guy harvest. Like I said, I'm not sure he'll get enough for a hopper full on that harvester. We'll just have to wait and see. But we've got our grain cart over here. When we get done with this field, then we'll jump over right across the road and we'll get that one. And we'll probably get a couple of harvesters in that field. So, all right, we're going to let him harvest. All right, well, he got his 2 headland passes done. And now he's going to work on the center rows. So as you can see, there's not much to this field, but there is a little more coming off of it than what I had expected. But you know, that's fine. It's to be expected because of the size of the field. So, and he's going to skip a row. Good deal. Everything is looking great. All right, like I said, when we get this field here done, then we're going to jump across the road and we'll get into that one, and we'll get another harvester over here to help him out. And yeah, see if we can't make some soybeans. Yeah, we need some to sell. I tell you what, we've spent a lot of money. We've bought a lot of fields, a lot of prepping, fertilizer cost, lime cost, fuel cost, labor cost. Yeah. Yes, sir. We've spent a lot of money. So we need to start making some money. And we will. It just takes a little time. So anyway, I'll get back with you here in just a moment. All right, well, this guy's got the rest of this row and the next row, and he'll be done with this small field. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to plant hay here, or grass. We're going to plant grass and make a hay field out of it. And maybe at some point in time, I will buy those horses that's in the horse pen right there. And we'll start, that'll be some more income, taking care of those horses and selling them. So, yes. But for right now, we'll get this guy emptied out. And then we'll come in here. Well, first thing we're going to do is get these fields harvested. And but this field will have to be mulched, and it's already going to have its 50% fertilizer state on it. All right, bring up the small HUD. Let's tell him good job, and we'll take him over here and just empty him out real quick. He don't have much on. We've already emptied him out once. So all right. Good deal. All right. Well, we're going to get this guy parked over here beside this field, and we're going to go get the other harvester. And I don't know if this field is big enough. Let's pull up the HUD and let's see if it's going to be big enough to warrant 3 harvesters. I don't really think so, but yeah, we'll find out here. Yeah, it's not real big. I guess we could put 3 harvesters in here. Yeah, I think 2. Well, yeah, I think we'll put 3 harvesters in here. Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. So I'll pull this guy up a little bit, and I'll get the other 2 harvesters over here, and we'll get them programmed in and let them go to work. All right, we've got 3 harvesters over here. Let's get these guys programmed in. So let's pull up the HUD. First thing we want to do is clear out the current course, and we want to create a new job. So this is the field right here that we are in, which is field 103 or 102, I'm sorry. Field position, yeah, about right there. All right, let's generate a course. Now, multiple tools, yes, we're going to have 3. Number of headlands, let's just do 1 because it'll be 3 wide. Okay, we want to start work on the headlands first. Do we want to do a sharp turn? With 3 harvesters running, let's not. Let's do a smooth turn. You know, yeah, we can clean up after them a little bit. Okay. Now, field center. Let's see, automatic. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's generate the field work course. All right, we've got that done. Now we've got to go back in and we've got to make a folder for field 103 because we don't have one. So let's create a new folder. We're going to call it field 103. All right. So now we have it up there. Now, inside this folder, field 103, we want to save the course that we just generated. So we hit save course, activate that, and we're going to call this harvest 3H for 3 harvesters. All right. And there we have it. Now, we can come out of here and we have our small HUD. Harvest 3H. First waypoint, he's going to be 1 left. That's his position. All right. Let's see if we can come back here to this harvester. Get him programmed in. Okay, so we go back into the HUD. We want field 103, harvest 3 harvesters. Well, first thing we've got to do is we got to clear the current course that's in him. Yeah, we got to do that for sure. Okay, so we got field 103, 3 harvesters, load that course, activate that course. Okay, and now we pull the HUD up and we've got it. 3 harvesters, first waypoint, his position is going to be center. Okay. All right, now let's get number 3. First thing we want to do is clear his current course, and we want to highlight the course that we want. Folder field 103, harvest 3 harvesters. We've got that highlighted, so let's load that course and activate that course. All right. We've got our small HUD pulled up. 3 harvesters, harvest 3 harvesters. First waypoint, his position is going to be 1 right. Okay, so let's get this guy, number 1. Let's tell him to go to work. All right, we'll jump back here to number 2. We'll give number 1 a chance to get ahead a little bit. And number 2, let's tell him to go to work. All right. And number 3. Now, like I said before, I did slow these headers down. They're only going to run 6 miles an hour. I think it's actually 6.3 to be exact, but for all practical purposes, it's 6 miles an hour. It just makes it a little easier to keep up with. All right, let's tell number 3 to go to work. All right. Now we'll follow him up here a little ways, or we'll ride with him. Make sure they get off on the right path. You never know. But we are running north and south. So it should all work out okay. The east and west thing, I still haven't got that completely figured out yet. I don't know about that. I'm still working on it. Still working on the settings so that they don't run into one another. All right. Well, they are off. So we're going to go back and we're going to get in our grain cart, and we'll see about keeping them emptied out. All right, well, get number 1 emptied out. Very good. Everything so far is looking real good. It's the first turnaround when they start them up and down rows. Yeah, that's kind of what we have to watch out for. All right, we've got all that he's got. So let's back up here, get ready and get number 2. We'll get number 2 emptied out. But like I said a while ago, we are going north and south, so we shouldn't have a problem on that first turnaround. All right, and we'll get what he's got. Which shouldn't be too much. Alright, I think we've got what he's got. I mean, it's not like he's going to get loaded though, you know. And we'll get number 3. All right. Slowing down, waiting on the other harvester to get out of the way, which is perfect. All right, we've got what he's got. We'll just go on up here and get out of the way so he can make his turn. And wait for number 1 to get a little more on, and we'll get him emptied out again. Now it looks like our other field here, it has just become ready to harvest also. Perfect. Good deal. Now we can jump out. Very good. Okay, now you notice we're only at 95% yield bonus, and that's because when we bought this field, it was in a cultivated state. So probably whoever owned this field before we bought it, they just cultivated it without mulching it. That's the only reason why we're at 95%. So we'll change that. The next time it'll be at 98%. All right, we're just going to keep chasing these harvesters, and I'll get back with you on that first turnaround so that you can see what they're going to do. All right, well, we want to get at least this lead harvester emptied out because whenever he goes up here and he starts back, he'll have to either stop and get over for us to get in and empty him. You know, because his pipe will always be opening into the crop, and that's only because they're skipping a row. Now, if they weren't skipping a row, then it would be okay. So let's go up here, and we're getting close to the first turnaround. So this is where everything that's going to happen will happen. They're either going to do it right or they're not. That's just pretty well the bottom line. So let's get up in here in the first harvester and let's get ready and see what he's going to do. Our other harvesters, yep, they should be behind us. Okay. Very good. And like I said, I don't know why. It seems like I've had more trouble on this particular map. But you know, whenever I was doing big fields, XXL, we didn't have to do headland passes because the fields were all nice, and you could go off the field and turn around. You wasn't running in the crop and everything. But on this map, the fields are all bunched up into one another and very little room to turn around. And so, but anyway, we're going to find out here real quick what's going to happen. Now this guy needs to give enough room, and it looks like, yes, it looks like it's going to work exactly the way it's supposed to. All right. Very good. Now we can turn around here and jump into number 2. And that is exactly the way it's supposed to work. But keep in mind, we're running north and south. The minute you change and start running east and west, that's when you have problems. Why? It's beyond me. I'm still working on the settings, trying to get that straightened out. I'm sure it's just me. I'm sure it's just me. And I just haven't figured it out yet. But I will. If any of you have got any suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm ready to listen to anything you have to say about how to make them run east and west with no problems. So, all right. Well, as you can see, working just perfectly. So we're going to jump out and we're going to go get in our grain cart and see about getting these guys emptied out. All right, as you can see, this is what I was talking about. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is what I was talking about. Whenever I have them skip a row, this lead harvester, there's nowhere to run alongside him whenever he, to empty him out. So whenever he gets loaded, he'll stop and back up and get over to the right and put his pipe out so that we can get alongside him and empty him out without running into our soybeans. So yeah, it's a brilliant mod. And like I said, this east and west thing, I'm sure that it's in the settings that I've got to get figured out, because like I said, there is no instructions on how to do this. So it's just trial and error is all I know. You just keep messing with the settings until you get it right. And then remember what you did. All right, well, we're going to wait for this guy to get loaded, and he'll, like I said, he'll stop and back up and get over so that we can get him unloaded. Now, whenever he comes back from the other side of the field, then his pipe will always be to the outside where we can run alongside him. It's just from here over to the other side of the field. So it looks like he's getting pretty close to getting loaded. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So I'll get back with you when he does. All right, that lead harvester, he has stopped, he's loaded. He has stopped and he is backing up. Now, what we need, or what we hope, is that these other harvesters will stop behind him, which it looks like they're going to. That lead harvester is getting over. He'll put his pipe out, and we can get up here and get him unloaded without getting into our soybeans. Isn't that great? All right, let's make sure our other harvesters are doing what they're supposed to do. And it looks like they are. Very good. All right. Now, you got to really kind of pay attention here. If you've been following me, you've probably heard me say this more times than you want. But for the new viewers new to FS22, when this guy is empty, you've got to back up and get out of his way pretty quickly, because he's going to want to cut back over and get back in his row. And if you're sitting here, yeah, he'll run right over the top of you. I guarantee it. See there? All right. Now we'll back up here and we'll get number 2 offloaded. All right. Very good. Very good. And he's just crawling right now because he's trying to get his distance between the other harvester back. So, yeah. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. All right. Now he's back up to 6 miles an hour. All right, we've got what he's got. And we'll back up here and we'll get number 3. All right. You're next, bud. Very good. All right. Well, it won't be long. We're going to have this field harvested. So we'll have, oh, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 truckloads to haul and sell off of these 2 fields. Yeah, that ain't too awful bad. That ain't too awful bad at all. So I think maybe we get that sold, we'll be looking for more property to buy, more fields to buy, and just keep making the farm bigger. So, all right, well, we've got what he's got, so we'll just pull over here and wait for them to do their turnaround. I'll get back with you. Okay, I wanted to show you what's happening here. Our lead harvester has went over. They skipped our row, but our lead harvester has went over and got in his row, and the other 2 harvesters are going to make what I call, for lack of words, I call it a dry run, which means they don't have anything to harvest on that particular track, on that particular row, because they're always running on the right side of the lead harvester. So they go up here and they do, like I said, what I call a dry run. Now I let them do that. The reason they're doing this is because they're compensating for the width of the field. Okay, they run out of field coming this way, and that's fine. Now, once they get to the other end of this field, then they'll get right back in their row, and they'll be harvesting right along in back of this lead harvester the way they're supposed to. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around sometimes of what is actually going on, and you say, well, why you let them do that? Well, it's not hurting anything, for one thing, and it keeps them on their track, you might say, on their course. So they're not, you can't get ahead of that lead harvester anyway. You don't want these harvesters getting in front of that lead harvester. So that's why I do it. Just let them make their dry run. Whenever they get up here, then they'll be back in the soybeans again. And when this lead harvester gets up here, he will turn right around and come right back down this row, and his pipe will be on the outside where we can keep him emptied then. We won't have to wait for him to stop and back up. We'll be able to run alongside him and empty him before he gets loaded. So, all right, well, I just wanted to show you that and explain to you what was actually going on there. So I'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, now as you can see, this harvester turned around. This is your lead harvester, he turned right around and is coming right back down this row. So now the rows going back, his pipe will always open to the outside. So it works pretty good. On half the field, you've got to wait for him to stop and back up unless you want to run into your crop, which, you know, if you're just playing the game and you have crop destruction turned off, then it really, you're not hurting anything if you run alongside him and you're running in the crop. But to be realistic about it, yes, you'd want to wait for him to stop and back up and get over. That way you can get him offloaded and not destroy any of your crop. So, all right, we've got him unloaded. So we'll go get the other guys. And I'll get back with you when we get a little farther along. All right. Well, it looks like we're on our last row, or we're starting our last row, I should put it that way. Everything has went real well. Excellent, actually. And it looks like we're gonna we're gonna probably end up with about 3 truckloads to sell, which is good off these 2 fields. They're not very big fields, so yes. But I also wanted to tell you that for the last couple of days I haven't produced a video, and that is due to the internet that I had. I'll put it that way. I have since gotten rid of that internet provider, and I have gotten another one. It is a lot faster than the old internet that I had, and a lot more dependable, hopefully. So I should be able to stay on track now. But anyway, I apologize for that. But anyway, I think we're going to call this a video. If you like this content, please go down there and give me a like. I'd sure appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, now would be a great time. I'd sure appreciate that. If you'd like to share this video with someone that you know would enjoy it, please do. But as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, I think we're going to call it a day. And as always, thank you for watching.